I'll bring you to San Diego for what? So you can run to your friends? Fucking bitch.
Ali Abulaban, also known online as Jinnkid, was a Palestinian-American TikTok star, sketch comedian, singer, social media influencer, internet personality, as well as a YouTuber. He was born on the 18th of May in 1992 in Staten Island, New York. He is well known for his stunning TikTok videos. Apart from this, Ali Abulan is also known as Jinnkid in the world of social media. Ali is presently in the spotlight, but not for a good reason. Let's look into the beginning of his life and education. The birthplace of Ali is in Staten Island, New York City, in the United States. According to media sources, Ali comes from a Palestinian family. That's why Ali has double nationalities, Palestinian American. Due to the lack of information, I was not able to find the name of Ali's parents at the time of writing this. There's no sufficient information available about Ali's family on the internet as well, so I will leave them out of this as they really have nothing to do with the crime that was committed in this situation. The birth name of Ali is Ali Nassar Abu Laban. He was born in Muslim Palestinian family. According to media sources, Ali grew up and spent his childhood in Virginia, the United States of America, and Ali's current age as of making this video is 29 years old. As far as his career is concerned, as I mentioned earlier, Ali Abu Laban is a popular Palestinian American TikTok star, sketch comedian, singer, and social media influencer, as well as an internet personality who has both a YouTube and a TikTok. He was known for a lot of his videos, in which the first ones I saw was his IRL Skyrim videos, in which he displays a bunch of comedic sketches about the glitches and different personalities of the characters and NPCs within the Skyrim universe. If you haven't played the game before, it's one of the most popular Bethesda games, an RPG covered in the realm of the Elder Scrolls. Skyrim was their latest release, and in that, while it is an amazing RPG, there are a lot of glitches with the characters where they'll do things like walk into walls, have pots and pans put on their head, allowing you to steal anything in the room, and also just say very strange hellos and goodbyes as they're talking in pre-programmed situations. These were very comedic to watch as he played them out and made them very funny to see him speaking in the same manner, walking in the same manner, and being confused by pots and pans on his head. These were the first skits that I saw him in, and I found these to be quite funny. I thought he had a very good sense of humor. On TikTok, he was known for some other different things, such as his Scarface impressions, which I personally found a little bit cringe, but, you know, to each their own. If you love Scarface impressions, you must really love Jinnkid, because whether I like it or not, he was very talented at doing Scarface impressions. They were pretty real to life as Tony Montana, and his accent was done very well as well. Regarding Ali's personal life, he married his wife, Anna Abu Laban. Anna was also a TikTok star and social media influencer by profession. According to media sources, Ali married Anna on the 27th of January 2017. Now, here's where things start to get pretty dark. So this is where things started to really change for Jinnkid, as Jinnkid, who boasts over 940,000 followers on TikTok and quite a few subscribers on his YouTube as well, which I can't say the exact number now as it has been deleted, and so has his TikTok, but he was blowing up in popularity to a point where moving to California was the next step in his goal to reach into a networking career and a movie career with ex-stars of the Scarface movies. He was making friends with some of the ex-actors of that movie who really liked his impressions of Scarface and Tony Montana. And because he started to get this sort of fame with them, he thought, you know what, I can probably push it to the next level. He did get to the next level as far as moving out to California was concerned. He made that move, he got out there, but this is kind of where his career started to stagnate. And Anna's career actually started to take off because as they started to intermingle with the high-class Hollywood parties that he would go to and be invited to, instead of him getting gigs, Anna started to get gigs as a model and asked to portray herself in future movies as an actress as well. She started to get all the leads, something she didn't even expect to do moving out there. Now, her career was starting to take off, and she started to make industry friends within Hollywood. Meanwhile, Jinnkid was at home still filming a lot of his videos for the internet, which they were static and sort of sedentary at this time and not really blowing up any more in popularity, but they were still a steady source of income. Of course, though, you probably do need to up your game to another level to be able to afford the lifestyle that you can have out in California, where rent, food, property, everything is more expensive. If you're going to make it out there, not only do you need to network and get bigger gigs and bigger career, but you need to be making the money that lets you sustain a life out there. So what Anna suggested was, well, Jinnkid, why don't you continue on with your career here in TikTok and YouTube, and we'll make more friends within Hollywood, and I'll start to take these modeling gigs that I'm getting offered as well. Well, apparently, Jinnkid didn't particularly like this. He didn't like seeing his wife at the time start to get a bigger career, and he wanted her to be more of a stay-at-home mom. They had a 5-year-old kid at this point, and he told her her place was at home. He, I guess, was more of this old-fashioned sort of husband type, where he believed the wife stayed at home and did cleaning and took care of the kid, which, I mean, maybe that would be okay in the 1950s, but we're not in the 1950s anymore. It's 2020 when this is going down. And sadly, this led to them fighting more and more and more. Their marriage started to get very contentious. They started to constantly have bickering fights that turned into yelling, pushing, shoving, abuse, to the point that the police had to be called multiple times. And he was eventually kicked out of the house by Anna, who was pretty much paying for everything at this point due to her career and his sort of stagnating. You know, TikTok and YouTube can pay for a lot of stuff, and you can make some decent money on there. But let's be honest, if you're a model in Hollywood, you probably are making the breadwinner's share as far as income is concerned, especially with the bigger gigs that Anna was getting. So as she started to make more and more friends and get more networking and get bigger in the industry, he started to get a little more upset with her, especially now that he had been kicked out of the house. They tried to make it work one more time, but it just led to the same sort of fighting where he didn't want her to have a career anymore, and he just wanted his career to be maintained as the only source of income for them out in California. He told her that he was eventually going to have a future as doing impressions at parties and things like that he would be a stand-up comedian soon as far as his Scarface gig was concerned, but none of these things were really playing out the way he expected. And instead, the person whose career kept blowing up bigger and bigger was Anna's. And now at this point, she's getting phone calls around the day for different jobs, different gigs, different parties, different modeling, and he's not really making any new networking and kind of getting closed off and stuck in his room filming these videos while not wanting her to go any bigger with her career. This leads to another fight where he's finally kicked out of the house by her, and the police are called. He's meant to move all of his stuff out. And at this point, the only thing he's allowed to do is go back to the house one more time to pick up the rest of his stuff, and then they need to part ways. The entire ownership of the apartment is in Anna's name. This is something they were both renting together, but she was the main signer on the lease, so she can stay there. And all he needs to do is just set up his own life with renting an own separate apartment. Maybe he loses the deposit money, but it's not like a massive financial hit like a guy who lost his house and everything. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned, and this sort of nasty video is uploaded live as he's streaming to his TikTok fans, who, if you start to look at the comments, even the fans in the comments are kind of like, hey, Jinnkid, calm down, you're making a scene.
Fucking bitch. Fucking talk to me. I'll bring you to San Diego for what? So you can run to your friends? Fucking bitch. You're not even an American citizen. I brought you to this goddamn country. Name one man that would do that shit for you, bitch. Fucking asshole women, man. Ungrateful motherfuckers. Huh? Oh, great. You were on the phone with police while I said that? Wow. I thought you were done with the phone call. Okay, great. What do you mean walk it off? I'm going to jail, man. I'm going to fucking jail. I have no fucking record. I'm going to jail. This is my bitch. Fucking woman. Dedicate my life to her. One day she wakes up, she don't fucking love me no more. Get the fuck out of here. Who's the new nigga? Who's the new nigga? Let me find out. Don't fucking play me. Don't fucking play me. My fucking daughter. She loves me so fucking much. Now God knows how long she's not gonna see me. She don't think. She don't think. She don't think. She put me away. For what? You're hurting my daughter. Fuck out of here, man. Look at this shit, bro. All my clothes on the floor. She threw all my shit. If I was petty, I would tell them that she beat me the fuck up too. And you know what? Goodbye to your little citizenship there, Miss Filipino. But I'm not fucking petty. I don't call the police on people I love. Fuck out of here, bro. This bitch lured me to San Diego for what? So she could be a hoe with all her friends? Fuck all y'all, man. Fucking STD. Bitch ass. Go be a hoe. I tried to separate. I said I'll leave. I packed all my shit. There's my suitcase. I tried to pack all my shit, but no, she started beating me. Tried to block the door.
Stop lying to them, Ollie.
No, it's the truth. You're a fucking bitch ass. Shut the fuck up.
You are a liar.
Yeah, you got friends now. Now you don't have a husband. Okay.
Okay, first of all, I don't know why he pitch shifted this video. Maybe the clip that I have was pitch shifted. I'm not sure why, but it's very strange. On top of it, this would be the last video he would upload before things would get really dark really fast. You see, while he was there, he installed on his daughter's iPad a listening app that would not only record what people were talking about within the house, but also send all the information back to him on his phone. He could listen to every conversation within the house. And during one conversation, all he heard was her talking to another friend who was over at the house. Yeah, this guy was a male friend, and they could be heard laughing and joking about something. And to him, he decided this was cheating. A guy who's already on his way towards a divorce, kicked out of the house, separated from his wife. She's already filed for divorce and for a restraining order. But I guess he still thinks he has claim to her in her life, and anybody who talks to her is cheating with her. There's no proof at all that there was any sort of cheating going on whatsoever. And actually, before we move on to the crime that Jinnkid actually committed in this situation, the worst part of this story, I want to kind of call out a lot of YouTube channels who covered this and just went over the story and said his wife was found cheating and that's why he got upset. There has never been any proof within any reports anywhere that she was cheating at the time. The only thing that was going on was that a male friend was over at the house and they could be heard laughing because he had secretly installed a listening device. We've never gotten to listen to any of the dialogue, any of the audio, anything that was recorded. He got angry because he heard his wife laughing with another friend. And to all the channels out there who want to say, oh, she got killed by him because she was cheating, there's no proof she was cheating. You need to research the full story and tell the full story and not make assumptions
life sentence
about
in prison
what
without
happened with
parole,
who,
and he could
especially
actually
when it's
face
the
the
victim.
death penalty.
Let's not try and besmirch her name even more in death by saying she was cheating when we have no proof she was. That's kind of really messed up. I remember Mori was one of the channels, which I really like Mori, good creator. But dude, you don't have any proof that she was cheating. I don't know why you put that in the video, man. A little bit disappointed you did. Anyway, let's get into what actually happened. So, after hearing his ex-wife now, Anna, talking to a male friend and giggling in the background, he gets very angry. He shows up to the house and he decides to shoot both his wife and the friend that's over at the time. He then runs off in his car, picks up his 5-year-old daughter from school, tells her daddy's done a very bad thing, and then calls the police to come pick him up and arrest him. Yet still to this day, it is only said that he is accused of shooting his wife and his wife's friend, and that he denies being the one who shot them. Even though he called multiple teams after doing this and actually called the police on himself and told his daughter that he had just done this and told his mom at home that he had just done this and said that he was going to go away for a long time and that he had done something very bad. That was what he told his mom and his daughter at the time. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about his past anger and what he's done in the past that led up to this moment. According to Deputy District Attorney Tehran Brass, this incident with Jinnkid was not isolated and had other domestic violence incidents occur in the past, which led to further estrangement between Abu Laban and his wife, Anna. Brass reported that there were an earlier incident of domestic violence that was reported in September 2020, during which Ali pushed Anna, causing an injury in an incident that was witnessed by the couple's daughter. No restraining order was issued at that time. However, after this incident, Abulan was kicked out of his apartment by his wife and living in a hotel after accusing her of cheating. Abulan then had come back to the apartment 3 days later on October 18th and vandalized it, installing an app on their daughter's tablet to spy on his wife, a device he used hours later. All of this behavior leads to the incident that occurs last Thursday in the high-rise apartment. The incident. So this is the actual crime that went down, and I'm going to read it word for word and make sure I actually read the incident report so that I'm not getting any information wrong on this. The incident occurred late last Thursday when Abulan heard over the listening device in his tablet his wife was talking and giggling with another man. He visited the apartment and found both Anna and her friend Rayburn Buran of National City, whom Abulan believed was having an affair with, despite having no evidence, leading to Abulaban to begin the process of ending the marriage. When Abulaban arrived at the apartment, he found the two there. He allegedly shot Baron 3 times in the head and neck before shooting Anna once in the forehead. The video footage from a neighborhood apartment reportedly shows Ali leaving the building directly afterwards, as well as fleeing out of the elevator moments before the incident. Abulaban was seen picking up his 5-year-old daughter from school with the weapon still on his person. His daughter was still with him, where he was shortly taken into custody by police on State Route 15 near Interstate 805. Sentencing. Police currently believe that it was Abulaban himself who reported the murders. The details of the case were revealed during the San Diego County Superior Court arraignment for Abulan that occurred. At that arraignment, Abulan pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and special circumstance allegations of multiple killings, according to the San Diego Union Tribune. Despite this, Brass reported, according to NBC San Diego, that Abulaban confessed to detectives, stating that his wife was cheating on him, despite there being no evidence that Baron was in fact sleeping with Anna. So even within the police report itself, it shows there was no proof that anything was going on behind his back. And in the past, this guy has a series of paranoid, angered outbreaks where he has to be separated from his wife in her house because he accuses her of cheating. So this is something that happened over and over again. The guy seems like he had a very low tolerance for his own self-esteem. It was also reported that Abulaban had called his mother and confessed to the crime. Judge Kimberly Lagata ordered Abulaban to be held in jail without bail, as well as a protective order that requires Abulaban to stay away from his daughter. His preliminary hearing is currently scheduled for January 5th, 2023. So this guy is still being sentenced. He's probably had it taken back a bit because of the lockdown and quarantine that kept going on in between the time that he was caught. Now, let's be honest. It's obviously this guy who did the crime. He confessed to detectives right away when he was picked up. He confessed to his mother. He confessed to his daughter. He was seen on the camera running in and out of the apartment complex. He was the only person nearby. His phone showed him being the only person nearby. He's the one who was convinced that he needed to stop an affair that was going on that didn't exist. And he's the only person who had any kind of inference as far as someone being likely to kill poor Anna. What a horrible story. And this is once again a situation where somebody goes through the trampoline effect of being launched into some sort of stardom by some sort of social media or app and thinking that they are in control of everything in their life, that whoever is with them is lucky to be with them. I've heard so many stories about this guy and his ego. I remember hearing about the creator of the show before they were famous or after they were famous. He said that he was constantly getting letters and emails and videos from this guy to make a video about him. That this guy, everywhere he would show up, he would constantly being kind of crazy, kind of wild, abusing the rules of the place he was at. So, for example, go to a bar or a restaurant and yell at the staff. And when his friends would tell him to calm down, apparently his answer would always be, "I'm Jinnkid. I do what I want. I'm Jinnkid." That's what kind of ego this guy was dealing with. And it just kind of blows my mind. Like TikTok and YouTube, I don't care how big you are. It doesn't make you above the law or above any sort of morals or ethics. At the end of the day, all that is going to disappear as social media changes. New things will pop up and be more popular. Even major movie stars or TV stars know their popularity is going to dwindle over time as their success dwindles, because those shows that they are in, those movies that they are in, will not always be the most popular movies. And why are there so many TikTok and YouTube stars who can't see the same thing, who think, I'm the biggest and the best in my career, and it's always going to be like this, and everyone's always going to respect me. In fact, they're going to love and respect me so much that this can get me out of any mistake I make. That's not how the world works. No one cares when it comes to the law about your YouTube or TikTok account. This is a really sad one. I'm just going to end it by going off script and talk about, I actually followed this guy for a while and watched almost all of his Skyrim videos. I thought he was funny. I thought he seemed like a cool guy. I thought he had a good sense of humor. I thought his skits were very innovative, and I liked what he did. And when I found out what this guy had done, I went back and checked multiple times to make sure I had the right person, because I was like, no, not this guy, not the guy just doing innocent Skyrim jokes on YouTube. Not that guy, right? I guess you never really know, right? What we see of people on YouTube or TikTok is anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes at times, and that never really lets us know the real person. What do you guys think about this situation? Also, try to let people know that there was no proof of Anna cheating. I really hate that that's out there on the internet, that people want to accuse her of cheating, and that's what Jinnkid has as proof for why he needed to shoot her. This is such a disgusting story when it's spun like that. And I'd love to hear what your comments are below. Until next time, I've been the Inksmith, and I'll talk to you again real soon.